What is the video game nerd's greatest predator? Nature? The female species? Other video game nerds? Yes to all of those, but also yes to a more unexpected option. Video games themselves. That's right, apparently games are just as capable of killing people as literally anything else. But how, you may ask? Well, let's run through some examples. One of the earliest video games, Berserk, gave an unfortunate 18-year-old a fatal heart attack after he achieved several high scores on the arcade game. Doctors say it was the stress on his heart that killed him, which is just a nicer way of saying natural selection. Everquest is another culprit. Known for inducing meth head level addictions in its fans, the game caused one particular player to off himself with a shotgun after an in-game relationship turned sour. Hopefully he didn't shell out too much money for the game. Eh? And hopefully his family didn't shell out too much for the funeral. Oh, it doesn't work as well there. But self-murder isn't the only type of homicide going around in the video game community. Actual murder is just as prevalent. Both Farmville and Legend of Mir incited players to literally, and this is in the real world, kill each other over coveted in-game objects. The cases are different, of course. For Legend of Mir, a dude killed another dude over a sword, and for Farmville, a woman shook her baby to death because its constant crying interrupted her playing, which is horrible. Why would you kill a baby over Farmville? That's fucking casual chicken shit right there. If you're gonna murder an infant, you better make it count, and do it over a AAA game. Have some common decency, for God's sake. Speaking of common decency, gaming's unwanted child, the Nintendo Wii, was also responsible for the death of some innocent soul, indirectly, of course. Back in 2007, when people wanted the Wii because two Japanese businessmen were very convincing at looking like they were having fun, a local radio station apparently held an event where people could try to drink as much water as possible without urinating. Unfortunately, water intoxication is actually a thing, and one of the contestants died from it shortly after coming home from the contest. If only she could have taken a small Wii, maybe everything would have been fine. Man, pee jokes and suicide jokes. I am just on a roll. Now, here's a better story about child neglect turning into infanticide. A woman became so addicted to the nerd black hole known as World of Warcraft that she played it for 15 hours straight and forgot to feed her infant daughter, who then, as children tend to do for some reason after you forget to feed them for over half a day, died. See, that is what I'm talking about. That is a game worth accidentally killing your child over. Speaking of accidents, a couple unwitting pedestrians suffered fatal ones after walking out into traffic while playing the cult hit mobile game Ingress, developed by the same lovely bunch responsible for Pokemon Go. While the game does take precautions and warns people about being aware of their surroundings, there is, sadly, no failsafe built in to stop them from being hit by city buses or walking off piers and subsequently drowning, which, yes, those are real things that actually happened. Which is outrageous unless they were attempting to be nominated for the Darwin Awards, in which case, congratulations. Following these degrading demises up is one we've all heard about, most likely because of Spike TV's hit show, 1,000 Ways to Die. Gamers, if they like a game, tend to overdo it a bit, and when they overdo it, they have marathon gaming sessions, and when they have marathon gaming sessions, some of them tend to not get up from those marathon gaming sessions ever again. In layman's terms, they die. Usually due to blood clots or some deep vein thrombosis. There are many culprits such as Dota, Diablo 3, Halo, StarCraft, and World of Warcraft. Personally, I wouldn't mind going out after one last good game of Halo 3 custom games, but that's just my opinion. And it was apparently the opinion of those people who died because of it as well. I'm in good company. Or I would be, if they were, still alive. Finally, the incident that made all the headlines, the Slender Stabbings. Yes, what happens when you mix two 12-year-old girls in a game about demonic entities from deep within the internet? Murder, apparently. In my opinion, this is a good thing. Usually it's guys who go crazy over this stuff, so it's nice to see some female inclusion in video game-related murder. Way to take the initiative, girls. Alright, I've been James Kukan. This has been Segment X. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and stay away from games for a while. They tend to kill people. Good night!